Welcome back to the channel. Today we are at Cape Point Campground and we're going to take a full and complete tour of the campground to help you figure out if this is worth your time and your money. There are many campgrounds in the area and this is why we're going to give you a complete tour to help you understand if this works for you and your family, so stay tuned. What you're seeing right now is footage of me driving into the campsite, and as you can see, it is an absolutely beautiful drive and there are many campsites available in the area, and I check all of them out on my channel, so please check it out to find out which one is the right campsite for you and your family. This is the check-in location. You can either do it online or on the day of. And there are two things that I want to highlight about this campsite. Number one is the cost. For 7 days, you are going to spend $140. That's $20 a day. That's less than the cost of renting at one night at one of the campsites that are closer towards town. The second thing I want to point out is the sheer size of this campsite. Now this is in the high season. We're in the middle of July. So this is essentially what it looks like. You can see there's hardly any campers out there. So you have plenty of space in between you and the other campers. Here are some of the campsites that are in the area and they're all featured on my channel. So if you want to find out more, just go to my channel. You can get an in-depth personal look at all of them. And as you can see, all these campsites are really all crammed together. While at Cape Point, it's very spread out. The big difference is that these campsites here are within walking distance to the beach, while at Cape Point, you have to take a drive. Also, the cost of these campsites are a lot more than, say, Cape Point. Now, the biggest thing for my wife when it comes to a campsite are the bathrooms. She always wants to know what the bathroom looks like, so let's take you on a full tour right now. The bathroom is exactly what you would expect, and the most important thing of all is that it's clean. Okay, let's head on over to the shower. The thing I liked about the shower the most was that it was separate from the regular bathroom and that it brought you closer to nature. The thing that I didn't like is that you couldn't set the temperature of the water. One of the things I love about this campsite is that it got you close to nature. You saw the rabbit just run away there. Now let's take a look at the campsite. Each campsite has a number, so when you rent, it will tell you what your number is. You drive and you find your number. It has a picnic table, a fire pit. It has its own water faucet, and it doesn't have an area to dump your blue or gray tank, but not most of the campsites in the area don't have that. But this campsite, the thing that sets it apart is that it is absolutely huge. Another major distinction about this campsite is that it has the most things to do on property. The difficult thing is that you have to drive in order to get there. And this is the only campsite in the area that has a lighthouse that's literally right next door to the campsite. You can walk here, but it's a long walk. And you can also get a tour of this lighthouse. The best part of this video is yet to come. This is where I do a shameless plug for my channel. I encourage you to please like and subscribe, especially subscribing. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and I would love for you to help me get there. Now, the absolute best thing about this campsite is what I'm going to show you next, and that is access to the beach. Now, some of the other campsites that are on my channel, the beach is literally right there. You walk to the beach, you turn around, and the campsite is right there. Now, this campsite, you do have to drive there. It's about a mile away, maybe a little bit less than a mile. It's a good walk if you're going to walk it, but it has massive amounts of parking space. This thing was in the middle of the day, and as you can see, it's not full, and the beach is absolutely beautiful. And the best thing about the beach is that it is empty. You're not going to be walking over people. Of course, there's no lifeguard there, but the beach is beautiful, nice white sand. The waves are not too rough. You got to watch the current, and they say there's good surfing here, although I didn't see anyone surfing. But just take a look at the beach right here. There is literally nobody here, and this is in the middle of the day. Now, the the next thing I'm going to show you are 2 additional things that you can do for absolutely free while staying at the campsite. And the first is this British Sailor Cemetery, and it is absolutely free, and it's just a short drive away from the campsite, about maybe a mile.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The next thing that you can do is going hiking. Now this is unusual because all the other campsites are literally, you are packed in tight, but this campsite, it offers you the ability to basically explore the area. And as you can see, this is maybe a mile loop, and it is just nice and scenic and foresty, which is a far cry from the other campsites.